Welcome to season 32 of Titus Pétange. The rebrand has happened. How are we thinking about the badge and the kits? Please tell me down in the comments section. The 11-time Champions League winners are just on a mad one, to be honest. I really like the design of the badge. I think it's one of my best design football badges of all time. And look, I've done a lot for Dare to Dream and for the Creator Club series and all that lot. But I think this one really is up there, an A grade for me. Yeah, let's go into what's happened in the pre-season. It's been a lot of selling, not a lot of buying, trying to keep the finances in check. And let's go to the finances. There's a lot of hang on the under-23 section, which is a bit worrying. And it's probably because we've got so many fucking players, but it's quite difficult to differentiate between the good players and the bad players. So I don't really know where to sell, where to go. And this is quite worrying. The balance is going down. We're at £565 million. Of course, we have players to sell, but we're not getting the money that we think these players deserve. Uriarte might have gone if there was £100 million on the table, but there just wasn't. It wasn't even close, about 60 million at best. We've gone down to, what, 7th in the coefficients? It's pretty slim pickings. So we've got to just hope that not only we have a good year, few years in European competitions, but also other Luxembourg teams do as well. We accumulated 14.4 coefficient points, whatever that is, over last season. That needs to continue. That needs to be consistent. Three teams have made it into the Champions League group stage, which is really good. Edzell, I think, had to go through the qualification stage with 2 qualifying automatically. Just because we've dropped down to 7th, only 1 qualifies automatically. That'll be us, and then everybody else will have to fight for their place in the elite European competition from next season onwards. So, yeah, just need to really work on getting the coefficients up. We need another 18.4 season. I think that's when Jeunesse d'Esch won the Conference League that really got us elevated up to, I think, 4th at that point. And then we dipped because of teams' performances in that competition. So let's have a look. Club info. Yeah, we've just seen that. Training facilities and youth facilities have gone down. Youth facilities are just about to be back improved up to 5 stars. The board are playing hardball with the training facilities. I think what we're going to do with the other clubs, instead of trying to just pay for players, give them millions and millions of pounds, I'm going to make up a scheme where I pay a certain amount of money to upgrade one of their facilities by 1. Like, say, pay 2 million for one of their facilities to go up by 1. Obviously, it weakens my position because these teams will get stronger as the series goes by. But we really need to start pushing these teams to heights so we can produce the Luxembourg players. Look, if you wanted to watch a club save, you've already got it with Titus Pétange, really. And we'll still continue to enjoy what Titus Pétange can offer, and we'll win tons of Champions Leagues. I'm sure we will. But that part is really done now. There's not really much more that we can win. I really want to get the Club World Cup eventually. We just need a bit of luck in that tournament. It's all about winning the Euros and the World Cup with Luxembourg. Soon as I feel like they're a decent side, enough of a decent side for me to jump in, I will fucking jump in. So it is just about distributing wealth, building facilities for other clubs, really becoming a team player for the league. And it will weaken my position, especially when the finances are looking a bit rocky like this. Probably just paying too much in wages. Director of football, tut. We desperately need the new stadium. Our current stadium was built in 2036, which means that... Sorry, I got a bit of pepper in the back of my mouth. That's Very irritating. Which means that if it's a 20-year gap between the stadiums, then we should be able to ask for one in 2056. If it's not, then it might be 25 years. That's 2061. Long time before then. Young players right now will become old ones that we're about to sell. We got Chelsea in the group stages of the Champions League. And they'll want a bit of own back from their dump out of the Champions League last season in the semi-finals. This really, really convincing 6-1 demolition on aggregate. We just played out a 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge, I believe. If they are still at Stamford Bridge, that is correct. And we got this home tie. If we win Chelsea here in the home tie, then we've probably won the group. Let's go to home. As currently is the player stats, Ugarelli is keeping pace with Julian Uriarte on 12 goals. How about that? Highest average rating is Savo Saran, now at, well, still at 19 actually. Still at 19. 2 Champions League medals around his neck. Absolutely incredible. Got a red card. Few injuries. Let's have a look at this. In fact, no, let's not have a look at the squad because we need to talk about transfers first before we get on with the look in the squad. Tons of loans. There you go. Tons of loans. How about that? We'll right click it. 56 people out on loan. Some big names. Berra, Hewitt. Berra really disappointed. Oh. No, Berry did not like big games. I know that for a cert. That was there on the cons. Why has it disappeared? It was there on the cons. Berry doesn't like big matches. I'm gonna still stick to that. I've not made that up. I've not imagined it. It definitely happened last night. Chris Hewitt really pisses me off. This one. He's been a good servant for the club, and then I search face in the game. Face in the game. It's really fucking annoying how many players have been have had this done to them. The FM have just injected these names, and Chris Hewitt somewhere in here. I'm not gonna waste time and try and find it. Chris Hewitt is definitely in here. You're just gonna have to trust me. His career, with us at least, is nearly over, and he's always gone as Chris Hewitt. But we do have some 19-year-olds that we've just signed up. I know that the lad from Burnley that we've just signed up, Tim Prescott, is a face in the game as well. And I do feel like we probably should just change the names of this in the in-game editor. You can do it through, we do not want to click this. We can do it through edit player's personal details, and you can change his first name and last name off that. Because I don't like having the same player names as other saves. Regens are supposed to be regens unique to your save. You know what I mean? Not for everybody to pick up and go, oh, that Chris Hewitt lad was good. Fuck off. In my player. Yeah. Let's have a check. Actually, let's have a check at the back end of last season. What happened? Blasco was at the end of May. And we should have talked about this because I'm sure that the Champions League final was at the 1st of June. So Blasco went to, was signed up from River Plate. He's now on loan at Club Leon, or sold to Club Leon. He's been sold. That was a profit. Big dubs. All right. Go down here. Loan for Pedro Mayotte to Maccabi Tel Aviv. And we can now click on to the current season, and we'll talk about the in. So Tim Prescott, a shithouse strike of 6'5" from Burnley. It is a marriage made in heaven. Can finish though, 15 finishing. Just expensive, and only 4 stars. Not great. Not great, the signings that we've made. But you know what? Can't always be. Rory, I think that first name is Rory. I've been told. McDonald, Scottish centre-back. Yeah, I've been absolutely had with this one. Said that his potential was 4.5 stars. It's gone all the way down to 3, so we'll get rid of him quick. That was a waste of £17 million. So from the players that have left, not on loan, Con Heimel on a free to AC Milan. Congratulations on your move. He gets to really play some first-team football there. Isaac, the attacking midfielder, just didn't really... I think that's the same wheel that he had. I told you that it was a weird wheel. I've not really seen a superstar develop from a strange wheel like that. And he gets sold to John Buck Hyundai Motors, who might have been one of my affiliates. Oh, no, it was Ulsan. It was Ulsan that was one of my affiliates. My affiliates are dropping like flies. I go and try and grab a couple, and then some leave. I don't know if there's like a maximum limit on the affiliates that you can have, but we've picked up Real Zaragoza. We've lost Millonarios, we've lost Ulsan, and we've lost some other team. I'm sorry for the other team that I've completely forgot about. Anyway, back on. It's not like they've been producing any youngsters in my youth academy anyway. The 5-star players that we've got recently, all been Luxembourg, with the exception of the goalkeeper that we've got right now from Bosnia, the second Bosnian that we have through our youth academy. And Makovic obviously being the other one. So Tony's gone to Lyon. This is annoying. This is really, really annoying, this one. We'll keep an eye on him. He's 25. He always showed some really good potential, but he's dropped off thanks to 2 serious injuries. I'm pretty sure they were 2 hip injuries back-to-back, essentially. And that really did fuck up his potential. Oh, Fly in the room. Great. Thank you very much. Cheers, Fly. Likes the important matches. Not that many cons on him, but he's off to Lyon. See what happens with him. I think even if he grows quite nicely for the next couple of years, I'll probably say no to him anyway, because he is just at that age where you're only going to get like a couple of decent years, and then we'll have to sell him because of our policies at this club. Bernard Butterworth, what a lad, what a name, what a hero. Dropped in potential. Finally moved on to Manchester United. The left back, 8.5 million. I'm sure we're making some significant losses on some of these transfers. 23 to 8 million. Yes, pretty yikes, but it's nothing that we can help at the moment. Eric Marquez, how about that? He is completely sold, and we made a profit on that absolute mess of a footballer. Okay. Well, Inter Milan wanted to pay me 9.25. Imagine paying 9.25 million for that and not going for the 8 million on Tony or something like that. Bernard Butterworth's a better deal than that. Blasco goes to Club Lyon for 9.25 million. We've seen that. Barry Weaver, the great Barry Weaver, should be in a Sillet Bang advertisement. He is moved on to Chelsea for 3.5-star potential, 10 million. Makeda, yeah, I don't know about this one. We'll just have to keep an eye on him. He's a very, very good defender. I just had to cut the defensive numbers, that's for sure. He's at Atletico Madrid, which is a good thing for now. We got to keep an eye on his growth. He could be a very good player. And I have a feeling that I made a mistake in selling him. So keep an eye on him. If he grows substantially, we're going straight back in for him, no question. João Lucas. Now this is a guy that I'm a bit more sure of, because I'm pretty sure he's slightly older, and his potential has been very, very stable at 4 stars. He's really not got great defending. Like, we talk about Ugarelli and how we wanted him to rise up in front of above, should I say, the orange, yellowy colours. Now, Ugarelli, I don't think, has that much worse defending in comparison to João Lucas. So, yeah, send him on his way. He's injury prone as well. And Oliveira, who, no doubt, no question, is going to be an exceptional centre mid. It was time for him to move on because he's 25. He's at that age where he should be like world class. He's not exactly world class. He's well, apparently he is world class from the media description. In my opinion, okay, Titus Pétange class then. He's not Titus Pétange class. And we've moved him on. I think there was a big sell-on clause. I hope there was a big sell-on clause because 33 million is it's pennies. It's pennies for players like that. And that's why I don't really want to sell. We've been very careful in what we sell, and we've been very careful in what we buy. Only 45 million in, 121 out. And even if we try and improve facilities at other clubs, I think we've got to get our house back in order first before we do any of that. I think it's to do with the fact that we don't have a great stadium either. We really need a big capacity stadium, 50,000, 60,000, double the capacity here, because it's desperate. It's desperation there. So Titus Pétange against Chelsea, quick 3 shots in from Titus Pétange, and I can hear tram lines out of my window. How about that? Kept the window open for this one. That's it. That's in. I don't really know why we have to check that. Warner has nodded that in, back post. You can check it all you want, mate. It's very much a goal. Checking the goal review, and the goal is rewarded to Titus Pétange. What a surprise. Simon Warner. There you go. I don't really know what they were checking there. Everybody was onside. They didn't look like there was a foul at all. They could have called it for a foul, I guess. A climb on the defender. That would be the only thing that they would have. Declan Rice telling me that there has been a goal at the Olympico. Again, Roma and Besiktas, the other teams involved in our group. Besiktas, not a surprise like Dynamo Zagreb was against us last season. Etzela, oh, look at that. Etzela missed a penalty against Dortmund. That is shocking behaviour, isn't it? They could have had a point there. Dortmund, obviously, they're not that great. They're not that great, Dortmund. Oh, nearly a special goal there by Ugarelli. Yeah, after this game, we'll check on what's been happening with the other Luxembourg clubs. I'm pretty sure it's the Wednesday fixtures, so we'll get to see like a view on what they're doing with 4 games played in the competition. I see that Fola Etch, managed by Hernani, if you remember, if he's still there, drawing at the moment with Inter Milan. That is insane, isn't it? Some really decent players hanging around Luxembourg now. Obviously players that for us would like register as 2 stars, 2.5 stars. But in like normal football terms, decent Champions League players. Like I'm going to say, right, okay, I'm going to put my neck on the line here. I'm saying like the quality of, oh wow, Bertgold's going to get sent off. Wowzers. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen Bertgold get sent off. The quality of the other Luxembourg teams, I would say, is on the lines of like, you know, the Shakhtar Donetsk kind of teams. Obviously not at this particular moment because they're not really a club at this moment in time. But you know them wonderful Brazilian teams. Brazilian players that have been brought into Shakhtar. And just, they can produce magic. 1-0 is the full-time result here. Thank you, Chair. Dumb. And that will be us top of the group with 10 points out of a possible 12. Fola Etch did get a draw against Inter Milan. How about that? All right, let's go into the schedule. Competitions, should we say. Oh, we did beat Porto in the Super Cup by 1-0 as well. Pretty dead. We've been playing pretty dead football. Look at Zagreb again. Look at Zagreb go. Fucking hell. So Full Edge are right dead bottom. That is not good for us. Did grab the draw against Inter Milan, but that is it. And Etzela, fuck me. Do you mind, lads? I don't know. At this point, they need divine intervention. I am really holding the fucking fort together for the Luxembourg sides. That's disappointing. But I don't really know what else. I mean, the only thing we can help with now is facilities. And that's where we're going. Because we desperately need these teams to fix up. And we've got the finances to make them fix up if we can keep ourselves in check. Financial situation, it's a bit of a financial crisis. End of the 2052-53 season, looking like a profit margin of 200 and odd million pounds, which doesn't make any sense because we've not been going down that quickly. Players need to be sold. I'm gonna have to twerk in the winter window, I think. Twerk. Really go twerk. Do you want Uriarte? It's Uriarte. Josemi might go. Because we got a good group of strikers coming together. Alderton should organise it by ability. Alderton should be right up here. Martin Alderton is also a face in the game, so I want to change his name as well. So, yeah, there you go. The younger players that have got face in the games, the ones that I can find, quickly scanning the list, because there's 300 names on it, I really want to change. And I will do that, I guess. Somehow, I'll figure out a way. So, yeah, there you go. Martin, I think we'll keep the first name, but definitely change the second name so they're unique to the save and not stupid things that are injected into the game constantly. If you play a FM save, maybe there's a Martin Alderton in your save, and maybe he's very good. Possibility is that he is, because I know that they also get pretty decent potentials, them lads. Right. See you next time. No, we are not done with this episode just yet. Few other things to cover. So in Europe, the European Championship winners of 2052 were Italy. Ireland made the final. So congratulations, Ireland. Congratulations, Italy. Jacopo Agresta, the key player for Italy. And Jacopo Lemma, who plays for Atletico Madrid, vice-captain, used to play for us. Luxembourg manager, by the way. So good on them. They'd stopped Spain, the probable favourites, in the semi-finals. So good on them. I did want to flick through the first team. So let's flick through the first team very quickly. Tassio is here from the under-23s, getting really pissed off because I'm not playing him that much, but he is not showing real signs of progression at all. So, is there any need to give him more game time? I guess, I don't know. Uriarte might be saying goodbye to the club soon. Warner's there. Gresta, Bordenaro. At 24 now, he's slightly improving, but and then very big bursts of improvement are long gone in the player, and he wasted it by being having low determination, unambitious. That's it. Chris Bauer, you would expect, is now in the first team. He was on loan at Juventus last season, so Chris Bauer has now made it into the first team. Not really surprising, doing really well. Savan's there, Carrillo, yeah. Axel Claude on loan at AC Milan at the moment. This is Diakite. He's unhappy. Yeah. Great. Oliver Fisa. He's made it to the first team as well. Slightly unhappy. Definitely need to give this lad some game time, though. He has been improving. There's Ivandic, who is now 4.5 stars. Really? He's 4.5 stars? Okay, that's a little bit of an overestimation of his qualities. Josemi's in here. Gadiel Kim. I'm giving him a shot. I mean, he's not been that injury prone, I guess, yet. Ongania has made it to the first team. I'm sure he was on loan at Paris Saint-Germain last season, but he keeps on going. I think he might be a little bit better than Josemi right now. How about that? He's very, very close to Josemi's stats. There's the second goalkeeper, Apraya. Plezier's in here. Axel Robin just been injured. He had like a 3-month layoff with an injury. Romulo can now play striker. That's good to know. It's been a while since we started training him in that position. Brian Ruiz, Sabatic, back to Shackleton Dodd, who I think was top of. I think did we start on Brian Ruiz? Shackleton Dodd. Yeah, we've definitely gone through Tassio. Shackleton Dodd, we're probably gonna sell. He's now 28 years old. He's got an injury. I don't think he's our best centre back anymore. I think Simon Warner's taken that crown. We could probably get about 80 million for him if we twerk a lot through the winter. I think it's time just to get that money in. Done that. Let's talk about staff because everybody seemed quite positive about my proposal to bring in ex-staff members. So this is what we've done. We've randomised potential abilities, 160 to 200 on 5 players. That's dating back to 2048 when we brought in the director of football and technical director. Okay, so we brought in Bier, Hardaincia, Borges, Paradiso, and Suchan, they're really recognisable names. There were some better options as staff members, but I'm really focusing on the names that we remember from the past, okay? So, let's go. Bier was our special tutoring from the 2048-49 season. He got 195 potential ability. All the potential abilities have been very good to us, to be honest. 195 has been the highest. So he is the most capable staff member that we've collected of these 5. Stefan Bier, if you remember, came in from Copenhagen at a record fee at that time, £10 million. We've set them up with 100 current ability, all of them, so they actually have a chance of making their potential ability by the back at arse of their career. Cool. So that's Bier. He's under 23s coach. And then we move on to Hardaincia, I think it's spelled like that. Who is a bit more of a mess. He wanted to be manager, but I've seen that he was all right being a fitness coach as well. And I think it's going to be more difficult to find ex-players that want to be fitness coaches. He did have 3 fitness at the start. So we've absolutely smashed that up to 16 fitness. So his stats right now do not look like a 100 current ability manager, coach, should I say. Those stats will calm down eventually. They'll drop down, but he will have a proper base for a fitness coach, which means that we got more space for coaches and managers. I didn't want Hardaincia to be the last manager spot. Of course, we've already taken up the under 23s manager spot with an actual ex-player that was a decent coach straight up. And we're going to keep an eye on him to see if he improves, Nicolas Gonzalez. So we've only got 1 slot as a manager. I didn't want Hardaincia to take it. Maybe we give it to a very important footballer of this club to bring in the next wave of decent players, talent, because they will be in charge of it. Borges also wanted to be a fitness coach, so we did the exact same thing to him. He had a better base He had seven on his fitness, so he stuck it up to 17. Those stats will eventually calm down again, with his fitness being a peak instead of his other coaching stats. So we've got in staff details. He's at 102 at the moment, current ability, but them stats right there are far higher than 102. So the game will fix itself up, and will be all right from that point. Andreas Paradiso. Of course, we were going to bring in Andreas Paradiso. Oh, by the way, Hordensia's 190 potential ability, very good. Borges is only 180, so he's the lowest of the lot. But the lowest at 180, to say it's a range of 160 to 200, we've been very, very fortunate. The assistant manager for the under-23s, and he's going to stay there until he is ready to become my assistant manager, because I think that's the only place for him to be. If we're being real, I want Paradiso as my assistant manager. Fuck yes, who wouldn't want that? It would also make the assistant manager South American again, which I kind of liked with my shithouse Argentinian. Paradiso is 191 potential ability, which I don't actually think is as much as Declan Rice. So the person in the comment section saying, make sure that the ex-players that you're bringing in are not as good as your current staff, I think you're going to get that one at least. Of course, I don't really know how to judge that very well, because we don't know the potential ability of my current staff members. Simple as. Or else this would be a very, very easy job. And cheating. Suchan is my most recent tutoring, the 2052 to 2053 tutoring mission. Yaroslav Suchan, who is an under-18s coach, the midfielder, who was wonderfully well-rounded. He has got a 186 potential ability, and he is going to be looking after some of the under-18s. Great player. It's cool to see like these staff members, as well as they develop as staff members, that their staff roles change. So a lot of them wanted to be managers straight away, but eventually Suchan will be happy as a coach, and he'll be green as a coach, which is wicked. So this season, our staff, definitely our staff quality has gone down a significant amount, because I've had to like carry 5 people, but in the future, we will only be carrying 1 new member of staff per year as we tutor on. Cool. So that's that. Someone told me in the comment section as well to do not touch the staff members that have already taken up other job roles, like in Luxembourg or elsewhere, and I totally agree with that. I would have liked to have Ezra Escalona around, but he's already assistant manager. He'd want to be assistant manager here, and I've already got a plan for Paradiso to be assistant manager. So yeah, I'm totally in agreement with that. If there's an ex-player that's already got a job outside of Titus Pétange, we just do not touch him straight up. We just let him live out his career there. Cool. All right. And that is all she wrote. There's been a lot of work through the summer, and yeah, I'm glad that that's all over now, and I can relax a little bit for the winter, and we can really there was so much work in the summer that it kind of took a lot of the concentration out of the transfers. This January, I'll be very much on it, very much focused on making this club money. See you next time.